Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Adam Thomas, back again for another YouTube video. Tonight we're not doing a tasting. We're going to be chatting about one of the most influential regions in the world of wine, and that is, drumroll please, Bordeaux, France. Bordeaux is, when people think wine, Bordeaux, I find intimidates them a lot because they get very confused between, first growth Bordeaux or Premier Crus versus a second growth or a third growth or whatever. So basically, we're going to break this down over time. This is not a region that I'm going to touch completely in one video. Tonight, the video is pretty much Bordeaux for dummies, or really Bordeaux for like infants, because Bordeaux is such an in-depth region. I just wanted to touch on a few very basic Bordeaux topics. So the climate in Bordeaux is very maritime, which protects the vines from winter freezes and spring frosts. Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, Malbec, and Carmenere are the red grapes that are allowed in Bordeaux. I also should have led with, we're only talking about red Bordeaux tonight. Bordeaux gets weird. They do white wine and even rosé. At a later date, I will cover all of that. But it is very well known for its red wine. And another interesting fact about Bordeaux is you will never see a single varietal Bordeaux. If somebody says, I have this great Cabernet from Bordeaux, they don't know what they're talking about. It might be mostly Cabernet Sauvignon, but it's not straight Cabernet. Merlot is the most planted grape in Bordeaux. It takes really well to the clay soil of the right bank. The right bank Bordeaux typically are more feminine. I don't say that in a misogynistic way. They just have less tannins than the right bank, which is typically Cabernet Sauvignon nominated. Unlike in the Burgundy region of France, a lot of red Bordeauxs can be aged for 10 to 20 years very easily before they're ready to drink. That being said, you can drink a lot of red Bordeauxs relatively young and they're fine. You just need to take precautions as far as aerating, decanting, and definitely making sure your temperature is on point before serving. I've had Bordeauxs from, I think the oldest one I've ever had was in 1976, which in my opinion, it was definitely a little past its prime. It was a second growth. I won't name the producer because I don't want to get sued for slander. I've had some first growths from 1982, which are a magical experience. And so, 10, 20, 30 years in the bottle, it can really do magic for the wine. So cheers, guys. Have a great night.